But I hope at least the poor thing didn't suffer too much.
I didn't know it will, but I at least hope the poor thing didn't suffer too much. She was stabbed 9 times! Yes, sir! How y'all doing? It's your man's Johnny. Yah, yah, yah. AKA Mr. 4. Wow. Welcome back to the university. Say what's up if you know so, because I already said what's up. Now, the last episode, crazy wild. Your boy over here trying to, you know, be Captain Save Abroad. And now, I gotta be working hard. That's enough chat. Let's go clear my name and get this 4.0.
Your Eminence, I imagine that you've heard the news about Miss Adams.
What a tragedy, my son. How could such a thing have happened?
That's
am I
exactly what I'm
interrogating?
trying to find out.
I'm interrogating.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary last night?
I saw the young French soldier, Bonaparte, I believe, hanging around near Miss Adams' room. But I would not want to get an innocent man into trouble. It's probably nothing. But if I were you, my son, I would talk to Monsieur Perrault. You remember how violently he set upon Miss Adams.
Oh, don't worry. He's on the list of suspects.
The way they do stories and stuff make me believe that when people already predestined to have been the person, is never them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're trying to set it up like it's him, but it's not him. My friend's room, Napoleon Bonaparte, okay.
The Prince by Machiavelli.
Machiavelli.
Perfect read for anyone with a surfeit of ambition. That might come in handy.
I stolen it. Oh. Okay, so I know his immunity. Okay, yeah, exploring helps. Definitely gonna make sure I explore thoroughly in this game. Find out strengths and weaknesses.
I'm writing to implore you to act quickly. The situation is rapidly worsening here. Paoli continues to steer our motherland, Corsica, toward open warfare between France and England. His men are everywhere. We are obliged to go into hiding and are unable to remain in the same place for more than 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised if they targeted us. Make haste, my son. You hold our destiny in your hands. Your loving mother, Maria Letizia Bonaparte. It's a beautiful weapon. Lovely damask blade. It's marked with the initials of the manufacturer in Versailles.
Okay. Search.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a
Oh,
little boost.
bro, I was over there stealing this stuff. He right there.
My dear Napoleon, as previously agreed, I would like to ask you to join us in January on my island to participate in the High Society meeting organized for the occasion. We shall be able to continue our discussion about our project for a new order for France. I have a proposition to make to you concerning your wish to put a strong leader at the head of France. I trust you to be discreet as to your coming. See you soon, Lord William Mortimer.
Okay, fine. I'm searching through your things.
There's just one holster in Bonaparte's gear, and the pistol is missing. On the other hand, his cleaning equipment is in mint condition.
What does that mean, though?
That's typical of the soldier in him.
Amber.
Amber. Hamburger.
Monsieur de Richet, please be quick. We are both very busy.
I'm not gonna accuse you. I just want to know what you were doing last night. 'Cause
Did you hear about young Elizabeth?
Because if you lie to me,
Indeed, it is deeply
find out.
regrettable.
Lord Mortimer asked me to...
I know. You no doubt want to know my alibi. I spent the night downstairs playing cards.
With who?
Can you tell me who was present at the game, please?
Well, there were Lord Mortimer, President Washington, and Sir Gregory.
Thank you.
Ah, and His Eminence Piaget as well. Excuse me, I nearly forgot him. Poor soul.
Until what time are you playing this?
What time did the game end?
I can't say exactly. As for me, I must have stayed until midnight. I was exhausted, couldn't think straight. So I preferred to go up to bed.
Okay.
On your way up to bed, did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
Yeah.
No, not in the least. The whole manor was sound asleep.
Not really. No.
Did anyone else leave earlier?
Did any of you leave during the game?
Not that I know of, monsieur. I didn't exactly spend my time noting the other guests' comings and goings, but I don't think so.
Thank you.
Well, just ask all the questions.
Did
Ain't
you
no point
notice
not.
anything unusual during the evening?
Nothing at all, except the luck of the devil of Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory at cards.
Did they win much?
Oh la la, monsieur, they cleaned us out more like. But I plan on getting it all back before we leave.
A gambling man, okay. So Lord Mortimer Gregory and the guy, the Pope looking dude, you were seen.
Someone saw you not far from the victim's room.
I want to know now.
Can you tell me what you were doing exactly, please?
I can tell you that someone is an idiot. I wanted to warn her to be careful. You see, on the night of my arrival, I saw someone leaving her room in haste, and I wanted to speak to her, to warn her. Unfortunately, the young lady slipped through my fingers each time. Now I know why. She had every reason to be worried. What an idiot I was not to insist. I could have helped her.
Is he sincere?
I've been studying him for a while now, and I don't think he was lying.
Okay.
Yet, I'm surprised how easy it was for me to read him. Must surely be his military side. I wish they all could be like that. My investigation would be finished already.
Where is my baby? Ooh, girl, where are you?
Dear E, I received your last letter. Unfortunately, the Crown informed the Golden Order that our mission should under no circumstances hamper Sir Gregory's plans. Decidedly, they have support from the highest level in Buckingham Palace. So here we both are, hands and feet tied, and little room to maneuver. Keep me abreast of events. Our mission is becoming more complicated. Yours, E. T.S. The French chapter of the Order doesn't appear to know anything about the arrival of our friend Sarah. I therefore cannot comment on it. However, my guess is that she has come here for personal reasons.
Duchess, you can inform King George of the Holy Father's beckoning. We shall assist you with financing the recruitment of regiments of immigrant royalists to fight against France. Your friend, His Eminence, Giswi Piaggi. Against the French? What? So the Duchess is against Napoleon? Hold on. Let me see if I can find some stuff before I do that.
William Pitt the Elder, addressed to Emily. He was the English Prime Minister. This letter dates from 15 years ago now. Madam, I shall never thank you enough for all your care and attention.
Yes?
I shall be indebted to you until my last breath. If you have any request of me, you only need ask. With regards to my son William, I shall never thank you enough for looking after him. You know the latter's preferences, and you will understand he needs you desperately. For that, and as agreed with Queen Charlotte, our friend Duke Hillsborough will carry out his task and meet with you within 6 months. From then on, you'll be free from want. Yours sincerely, William Pitt, Count of Chatham.
Boy, he got that quick one.
Dear Gregory, thank you for the information. I've managed to find out about the names you gave me. George Washington is a man you can trust. In spite of his obvious talent for politics, he has remained upright and honest.
Okay.
On the other hand, as you may well know, he is already doing business with Lord Mortimer. It will be more difficult to approach him.
Okay.
Napoleon Bonaparte was unknown to me until today. He's a passionate young French soldier for whom Mortimer predicts a promising future.
Yeah.
Take heed. He is a man of conviction, which to my mind makes him potentially dangerous. As for Sarah de Richet, what more is there to say? You already know each other. She was apparently invited by Lord Mortimer about an ongoing matter in Paris that concerns a receiver in stolen art. See you soon.
Found out about my
Duchess
mama.
Emily Hillsborough.
I'm
What can I
sorry.
do for you, Louis?
I mean, we
I've come
can.
to see you about last night's tragedy. Did you hear anything about what
Yeah, it
happened
was
to
tragic. I
Elizabeth?
didn't come to the room
Yes,
with
we all did. Rumors spread quickly, you know.
you. I'm
How
so sorry.
awful. I didn't know her well, but I hope at least the poor thing didn't suffer too much.
Stabbed 9 times. I didn't know it well, but I at least hope the poor thing didn't suffer too much. She was stabbed 9 times!
Death came quickly. You can be assured of that.
If such a senseless act can happen here, then none of us is truly safe anywhere.
I'm exploiting anything I
Lord
can.
Mortimer must be mortified that one of his guests could have committed such an act. Don't you think?
He is indeed very upset about it. It's only natural after such a violent murder.
Violent? What do you mean?
Elizabeth was stabbed 9 times.
Oh my God, Louis. How awful. The murderer must have had a serious grudge against her to set upon her like that. It must have been a crime of passion.
Yeah, that's
Do
what
you
it
know
is.
what happened exactly?
No.
In fact, Lord Mortimer has asked me to look into this case, Emily.
Really?
Yes.
Are you Lord Mortimer's snoop now?
I'm doing it for Elizabeth, not to please Mortimer.
Good for you. Quite right, too. Have you found out anything?
I'm now interviewing all the guests to establish the alibis for each person. Just so that I can cross you off the list of suspects, can you tell me what you were doing on
This is
the
gonna
night
be
of the murder?
stupid.
Am I given to understand that I'm on the list of suspects?
Don't take it the wrong way, but I must consider every possibility.
I'm about to lose her.
Well, if you absolutely wanted to be sure of my activities that evening, you only had to join me, you know.
I know, Emily. Especially since I couldn't prevent the murder, even though I spent part of the evening with Elizabeth.
You're sure it's not too hard to bear for you?
The fact is, I don't have a choice. But
Okay.
I will find the murderer. I
Okay,
owe
she
Elizabeth
cool with
that.
me. She cool with me.
I
Let's go
hear
here.
you were in discussions with the Holy See.
Oh, either His Eminence can't keep his tongue from wagging, or you've been poking your nose where you shouldn't, sir.
Even so, Emily, you're raising a royalist army. That's no small matter.
And you are straying from the subject. Is there anything else you wanted to ask me?
Did
That's
you
this, I
and
guess.
Elizabeth get to know each other?
No.
I must admit, Louis, I didn't take much interest in her.
I know you
I feel a
didn't.
bit guilty about it, but I never actually spoke to her. She seemed burdened by her problems, and as she wasn't invited to the conference, I didn't really seek her out.
Alright, George, let's see what you know. But first, let me rob the bank.
My dear George, I'd like to invite you to join me as planned at my place. I have a project to show you. It is time that the United States played a more important role on the world stage. I understand your reluctance of playing with fire. I know your new country is very young, but rest assured that I would do nothing to jeopardize what we have built together. I look forward to seeing you soon. Your friend, William.
It looks like a note between Emily and Washington about trade deals. The English and the Americans are preparing a peace treaty.
Okay.
It would appear that Emily is in secret discussion with Washington about reopening trade between the United States and England.
Okay.
If such an arrangement came into being, France would suffer dearly.
How you doing, Georgie?
Greetings, Louis.
Mr.
Oh,
President,
we talking up close,
you
Georgie.
can guess why I'm here.
Of course.
Lord Mortimer has sent me to ask you a few questions about last night.
It's... How am I going to tell Elizabeth's father that she's dead?
I know.
She been
Mr.
dead.
President. I shall endeavor to find out the truth about this tragedy. I must ask you to help me, though. Please.
Find the degenerate pig who did this, Louis.
It was you.
Are you all right, Mr. President? Are you feeling all right?
Oh, don't worry. It's this rotten toothache. What do you expect? I'm no spring chicken now.
I'm talking to all the guests to find out who has an alibi and, well, who doesn't, Mr. President. Can you tell me what you were doing last night so that I can strike your name off the list?
I spent the night right here reading.
All night?
Exactly.
Emily stopped by in the middle of the night. You can ask her.
Can you tell me who was present at the game, please?
Well, there were Lord Mortimer, President Washington, and Sir Gregory.
Thank you.
Ah, and His Eminence Piaget as well.
She wanted to talk about some business we have in common.
Anything whatsoever to do with Elizabeth?
Not at all, Louis. A business matter.
Tell me, Mr. President.
Talk to
Had
Emily,
you spoken
because she's
to
a
Elizabeth
liar.
since your arrival? You know her father. You thought she was dead.
No, I didn't. And I believe I'll be taking my remorse with me to my grave. I wanted to, but I didn't know where to begin.
You can't blame yourself. You couldn't have known that her days were numbered.
Not like she told us.
Listen to me, damn it! My days are numbered.
Do you know if she had any enemies, Mr. President?
Not that I know of. I heard about her altercation with Mr. Peru, but that case was closed, if I'm not mistaken. But
Yeah, I
if in
handled
doubt,
that.
I wouldn't leave any door unopened, and I'd go and question your fellow countrymen.
Don't worry. Countryman or not, I'm not letting anybody slip through the cracks. Do you know why she came to the island?
To get help, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that right?
Oh, yeah.
Indeed. Sir Gregory suggested to her father that he introduce her to Lord Mortimer to see if he could help her. It would appear
I'm
that she
using it.
wasn't invited to the conference.
That doesn't surprise me. The poor girl was in no way concerned by our business, and she had no political clout.
So, I don't understand why Sir Gregory invited her during the conference of his good friend Lord Mortimer. He must have realized that he wouldn't have much time to grant her. Preparing a conference does not seem an easy task. On the evening of our arrival, Lord Mortimer didn't even welcome us, what with his being so busy and all.
Yes, you're right, Louis. I didn't think of that. It is indeed rather surprising. The easiest thing to do is simply ask him, you know.
Of course. I shan't keep
I
you
got
any longer,
everything out
Mr.
of you.
President.
But I
Feel
love
free, Louis. If there's anything I can do, just ask.
Thank you, Mr. President.
That's a great stopping point. I investigated 3 people. Emily's lying to me, but that's not new. She's probably just upset because she ain't get a night with your boy. It's okay. It happens to the best of us, alright? If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, join university. But we out. Peace, peace.
Why, thank you. I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Give him a 4.0 G's.
Certainly, sir.